Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Run It Up number 10. Yes, we made it, number 10. Who would have thought when we started out this journey a long 9 days ago that we would in fact make it to episode 10 in 10 consecutive days, no less. We made it to episode 10. So that's pretty sweet. I'm here today playing a $7.77 sit and go on ultimatepoker.com. Same sit and go as yesterday. 7 people in the tournament, 3 spots will pay. Third is your money back. Second is 2 buy-ins, and first is like, probably should know what first is. First is $27.30. So I started out today with $140. I played a $17 sit and go, which didn't work out too well for me, and I was out of that pretty fast. I tried to check raise all in, bluff someone that I was sure had a flush, and turned out he didn't want to fold it. I thought he could fold a flush, but hey, didn't work out that way for us. Didn't want to post a 4-minute video, so I was like, all right, we'll just have to get unstuck through a different way. So that's a kind of a dirty river for us. Don't see a reason to bet because I don't think he calls us with worse, but we were probably not folding to a bet because I assumed that he would bet. Also, never for 30 anyway. I assume he would bet most of his spades on the turn. Wow, he gets the absolute minimum with the absolute nuts. That's always fine to see, I guess. We could have lost more there. If he bet turn, we would have called, and then river, we probably would have folded. So he wasn't going to get 2 streets, but he was going to get more than 30 chips out of us, probably. Going to complete here. Don't see why not. He has auto check fold on, which is great to see. I think we can fire 30 here. I think this seems fine. Could also check call. Both seem relatively reasonable. Whiz compter. And he decides to call. I really doubt he has 2 hearts, because I feel like most people with suited hands don't just have auto check fold on in the big blind. I just feel like that's generally true. So felt good about that. Thought he probably had the 8 or a 3. I'm just gonna bet twice. So I started today with with $140, but I lost $17.77 there. So we're down to like 122 and change at this point. Gonna try to see if we can fix that though with this sit and go here. Gonna raise it up on the button. Think we have the best hand a lot of times. If not, we're not that far behind. We're very rarely far behind here. He has auto call checked off, so we're gonna go to the flop. All right, well, we flop a 3 straight flush. What does that win us? Probably not a ton. I'm gonna bet here. Think we're gonna get better hands to fold, ace highs, pocket pairs, stuff like that, often enough. Checking back is also reasonable, but I think I'd rather bet fold than check. We do pick up that pot there, put us in second place actually. So I think if we won this tournament, we would be even. We would be up slightly. But if I do not win this tournament, I'm not quitting because I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that I'm stuck. So we're in for video making mode today, boys, and 9% of you that are girls. Actually, that's right. Recent important channel update. Attention, everyone. It looks like what used to be 8% female demographic has exploded into being 9%. Yes, 9% female viewership. So that is great. Welcome, extra 1% women. I guess we're gonna just fold here. I mean, I call and flop because I think I have the best hand a good percentage of the time, and once in a while he'll check fold with better on the turn, but doesn't seem like he wants to cooperate in this case, so we just let him have it. Gonna fold this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna just fold. As much as it hurts me to fold 2 cards that have the same shape on them, that really that hurts me a little bit on the inside, but I think it's better just to let that go. This should actually be a pretty sick weekend for videos because this is the first weekend since like early May that I think, and I'm afraid to even say it because I feel like that's probably going to make it change, but I think I actually don't have an insane schedule. I think I actually have time to play and try to grind, and I've wanted to stream for a couple days now, so maybe I'll try streaming sometime in the next couple days, so stay tuned for that. I'll definitely be posting on Twitter if I do anything beyond the norm. But they'll actually be, I know for sure, I've been working on 2 other videos for you guys that are, yes, I've been slaving away at these videos for you guys. And those should be coming out in the next couple days as well. So I think one of the 2 videos may be, actually, I'll go even farther. Check this out. I think one of the 2 videos might be one of my top 2 favorite videos that I've ever created. And the other one I am very proud of in a different way, although I have a feeling most people won't really like it. But I am very proud of it. So stay tuned for those 2 things. That should be cool. I can't tell you anymore. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to subscribe to find out. That's it. Yeah. So, like I was saying yesterday, if you have any questions, I have this dream in my head of answering Twitter questions on videos. Yes, I said that right. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'll put together like a video where I just kind of run through some questions. So I haven't yet figured out a name for the video or format exactly besides just question and answering. So if you have any questions, send me those questions. But even better, if you have a good name for the video, for this video series where I answer questions on Twitter, that will get you a gold medal. So let me know either of those things. This is a weird hand. I think it went 100, 150, 250, 550. Is that real? I think that's what happened, but not really 100% to be honest with you. I know there were lots of chips in the pot pre-flop, and we'll see. Let's see the cards. Wow, King 4. Wow. Okay. Well, that's weird. Don't know what to say. Ace Jack was remarkably confident about his hand pre-flop, and correctly so, I'll point out. So blinds are up now 50, 100, so we're going to need to make something happen sooner or later. We got a little bit of time. We got a solid 8 minutes. Oh, insta-walk. They were afraid of us there, that's for sure. Yeah, we're going to have to accumulate a little bit in the next couple minutes here. Blinds will be 7, 5, 150 next, and then 100, 200 if you didn't see the last video. Having experienced the 75, 150 to 125, 250 jump myself too often, we've fixed that at least now, so that's been improved. Happy to report. That's what I am really. I'm kind of like I'm the structure sheriff of Ultimate Poker. You know, it's just how I am. I just fix the structures. That's me. Nice to meet you. I'm Jay Carver, official sheriff of tournament structures. I would hate that job in reality. The Alan Kessler position where you just go through and you're just like, this ante is too big. It's just like what he does in real life, but to do it for like as a job, that seems like awful. I mean, I'm certainly capable of complaining about structures, but I think that would be not a fun job to do full time. I'm going to just fold here with the King 3. I don't have as much faith in my King rag as Wiz Compter over there. Just going to let that one go. I think this might be the first sit and go that we've got to in a while where there'll be no eliminations where there have been no eliminations by the 75, 150 level. So stacks are going to be really shallow and really flat. So when we get to the push fold part, I think we actually kind of have a bad seat because this guy is a little bit on the looser side, and we don't want those guys on our left. We want them on our right. So, but I'm not really sure how he'll react to shoves. So we'll just have to see, I suppose. So while we're taking 80 minutes to play a 6 big blind hand here, I go into the Ultimate Poker offices the other day, and my friend Justin, who works, I'm actually not really sure what his official title is, but I believe he works there. Let's go with that for now. Wow, aces for this guy. I would have never thought he had aces given the action. That was weird. my friend Justin, who works somewhere with customer something, I don't really know. He pulls me aside and goes, "Hey, I have to show you something." So I go, "Okay, fine, sure, yep." So we're gonna have to fold this here. It's not good enough to continue. So, and besides, story time. Please, ace deuce, get out of here. So he pulls me aside and shows me. He says, "So we got this email yesterday, and he says it got escalated to whoever because the support person that saw it didn't know what to do with it." So I'm like, okay. And he pulls up the email and goes, it says, "Dear support, Jake Harver busted me in a tournament and did not say GG. I am very upset with this and would like him to be punished," or something like that. And the poor support woman just escalated it. She was like, "I'm sorry," and escalated it up. So thank you, person, for actually emailing support and telling them that I didn't say GG. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. King Queen here. Looks like we'll be playing this pot unless Tough Lady decides to put some moves out there and play a pot. I think Tough Lady has just been blinding down. I don't think she's played a pot so far. I actually think there could be an argument for limping here, which is not something I do very often, but I think it might be okay, partially because of situations like this. But we can't fold here. We just pretty much have to shove. I think shoving makes the most sense. There's an argument to be made for calling and letting him shove with like king 6 if he has that, but wow, 10 jack. All right, we're way ahead. We're gonna need a jack, sweat a jack or a 10. Jack or a 10 one more time. We did it somehow by some miracle. we doubled up with king queen against 10 jack and queen 10. Probably the two best hands we could possibly ever hope to ask for to see there. I mean, I guess they could both have queen 10 if we're really being enormously greedy. Gonna raise here with queen jack. We know Tough Lady has been tight. Wiscompter might be shoving here kind of wide, but I feel like queen jack plays fine against if he's really going to be shoving super widely. This is fine too. We're just going to get to click call 150, make a pair, or flop any amount of equity and just go all in. So that's what we'll do. No reason to re-raise now. 5-5-7, not the best flop for queen jack, but not necessarily a guarantee we don't win this hand. 150. Let's see a turn card for 150. Very rarely are we just drawing stone dead, and once in a while we have the best hand. So not folding for 150. Let's see what he does. 150 again. I mean, I guess at this point we can fold. I mean, I guess. I guess we fold. I mean, if we had king high, I wouldn't fold. I think it just works because we have the queen jack. Exactly. I mean, we just have no pair, nothing, can't do anything. We could call one more time and see a river and then hope he stops bluffing, but we can call here with the queen 7, I think. I actually think, check this little move out here. I think I'm actually going to shove because I think Tough Lady will fold, and she's effectively giving us a 300 chip overlay. Because Tough Lady's been so tight, I think, all right, didn't work out. All right, we're going to need some... Okay, so this worked out absolutely opposite to how I hoped it would, but okay. I thought that if Tough Lady had a decent hand, that she would just shove over the 300 chips, and that when she was calling, that she would likely call and then fold to a shove. And I actually still think that that's true. I don't think my analysis was wrong. I just think that this player just didn't fit the model, the likely player model that I had thought she fit into. So not a disaster by any means, especially because up against, this player had almost no chips. So up against Tough Lady with queen 7 against ace 8 is not exactly a horror show scenario. So didn't work out for us that time, but no big deal. Still got a decent stack here. I like our spot at the table. I mean, I know we've said that Wiscompter isn't the best player to have on our left, but I think we're just going to have to play a little bit tighter and just make some value hands and hopefully charge him when we're ahead. So 3 spots pay. All right, let's see if T-zone can continue here for barely. Wow, it's like a checkman raise all in, gets him to fold. Kind of crazy. I mean, yeah, that's pretty wild. Pretty wild to see. So I've been opening a lot of times like this with hands like that, but I think against this opponent, I think it's fine to just fold button with hands like this. Every once in a while, even I have to fold the 4-7 offsuit on the button. It's very sad, but every once in a while, we have to make it happen. So in addition to everything else that I've been debating doing for videos, and actually, well, I won't get into that yet, but exciting things on the horizon. I've been debating making videos of non-poker stuff, but I'm not really sure if people will actually watch. But I guess it doesn't really matter as long as I'm enjoying making them. So I've been considering making Magic the Gathering videos. I mean, I feel like that's a kind of thing where I think I'm just gonna fold. I mean, it's fold or call, and I think I'm just gonna fold. League of Legends and Magic is what I've been thinking about doing, because those are the two things that I spend the rest of my time doing. That's not in poker or videos or work. You know, like if I do end up with any amount of free time, those are the things that I end up doing. So it might be cool. I'm not expecting much out of it, but if you guys do feel if you guys do feel like you would particularly like those kinds of things, let me know, and maybe I'll get to those also. Especially because now as the World Series, I mean, the World Series was over maybe like 4 days ago. No, not even close to true. Like today is Friday, so I think it was Wednesday it ended, or Tuesday. So as that all winds down and I get all the accounting straight and everything, I think I'll have more free time to make videos and do cool things like that. So especially now that my setup is almost 100% complete, I want to get my keyboard back from home. That for some reason I've just, as many keyboards as I try, that just that nice SteelSeries keyboard that's got no whistles to it is just my absolute favorite. I think I've bought 3 of them. I like this. I have a couple. I've bought several other keyboards that are decent, but I just for some reason just don't like them as much as my basic SteelSeries one. I'm gonna bet here for protection, a little bit of value against this guy. Looks like we're not winning this pot. I mean, once in a while we do, but very rarely. Just folding now. Can't really do anything else. I mean, it's possible we have the best hand against 9-10 or whatever, but we really can't sacrifice 600 chips in a spot like that. I think it's just too close, and we really need those 600 chips, especially once the blinds go up. Next level will be 125, 250 with a big ante, so we don't want to have 1,000 chips headed into that with this player, who has already shown himself to be kind of the loose, super call-y type of player. So you don't want to start out against a player like that with 1,000 chips. You know, four big blinds only encourages him to be more loose when I kind of want him to be folding to us, you know. So I think this went limp, check, and then check, shove. All right. Why not? Jack 7. Blinds haven't gone up yet. If the blinds had gone up, I would be for sure shoving. I guess in this case we'll just fold with the limp here under the gun by AK-47S. Let's see how this goes here. Man, when you're playing turbo sit and goes like this, I mean, if you don't have a skill edge, then you should play slow. But if you think you're a winning player in the tournament, you really want to play faster so you get more hands in. It just helps you so much with your, just helps you so much get more hands in. It's like what you want to be doing, you know. Not that I think anyone at this level is really thinking like that, but just generally for tips, you know, when you're at a table that you want to play, you think you have an edge at, you want to play more hands, so you should act faster, generally speaking. Just, I mean, in case that wasn't obvious to, I mean, some people. I guess it's not necessarily inherently obvious. People sometimes just don't think about it, but That's one of those things where if we get like 3 more hands in every level, it's a very big edge for us. As the deeper we are, the better for us, obviously. All right, so we got top set against turn to straight draw. He turned equity. That's kind of a bad beat for. All right, quads. Okay, so 4 players left. We're the shortest stack with 3 spots paying, and we have the loosest guy at the table on our left, who is also the chip lead now. Ace 10, definitely all in under the gun here. It's very possible you get called by Wizcompter with a hand that we're absolutely destroying. So, as is now, I assume we're going to get folds through. So that was a big hand for us because it put us in second place instead of being in last. At least for now, until we post. So just like we used to be the hammer in other videos, Wizcompter should be the hammer here and should be really aggressive on all of us because we're all so short. But Wizcompter must have left his hammer at home today because Lope and limping, not quite being a hammer. Can't really do anything on this board with this hand. I mean, this would be ambitious to try to do anything besides just check fold here. And Wizcompter, well, I think I'm gonna. Man, I mean, I don't really want to bet, but I don't really want to check fold either. I think I'm gonna end up actually check calling and then check deciding on the river. If it goes check check, we're almost for sure good at this point. If he bets a lot, maybe I'll just fold. Min bet, I'm definitely gonna call one, and then see what happens on the river. I don't think there's ever a river that I decide to bet myself. Even one like this, I just don't think this player is gonna be folding too much to us. Like I just don't think it's gonna be happening. And I also don't want to risk too many chips because we're trying to stay in the running with those two. So I think that it's possible that we have the best hand here and that we're getting bluffed. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I just don't think we're right often enough that we can call here, given how much it hurts our stack. If the river was like an 8 of diamonds, I would have been far more likely to call than the king of diamonds, where I think that's the diamond part isn't really even that relevant. I think it's the king is somewhat relevant, and he also might just be betting hands that are just. Oops, sorry. He might have, sorry, microphone, or sorry, your ears. either way, whoever was hurt by me hitting the mic. Sorry about that. I think that, he had the jack's hand just called pre-flop. He had that ace-3 of spades hand early on where he had the nuts and, put no money in the pot. So I think it's possible that he had a big hand and just played it the way he played it. So going to be all in here. We kind of have no choice on the button with a suited hand with 6 bigs. Big blind has to be kind of tight in calling us because it does cripple him if he calls and loses. We ship that one there. Once again, getting into second place for the time being once he posts. All right, we're all in again. Pretty happy about it. We actually cover the big blind, so we actually can't go broke to the big blind. We can go broke to small blind though. Can't go broke anymore. Only the tough lady remains. Good, we picked that pot up there. That was a crucial pot for us. Bought us a lot more time. Well, I guess blinds going up is not so great, but so hopefully Wizcompter folds because yes, that was good for us. Because if he had done anything else, then we would have been in a weird spot where we likely have the best hand. We have to get it in, but I mean, I would have for sure got it in with anybody. It wouldn't have mattered the action. If he had just shoved, I would have just called in the big blind with it. Like you just kind of have to. This will be interesting if okay, well, this is fine. Had Tough Lady folded, I might have actually just folded this hand here, or I would have tried maybe calling, something like that. Just okay, so we're gonna be, unless the backdoor flush runs out, we are going to be down to 3. Oh, chop time. All right, they get to chop it up. I didn't even think about a 10 chopping. I was like, oh, yep, 3-handed. Doesn't really help Tough Lady that much though, because she only picked up like half of the antes and the blinds, so gonna fold 7-3 offsuit here. Think we can let that one go. Limp shove. I'd be shocked if he folded, given how many hands he's called with that were far worse percentage-wise than whatever this could possibly be. But yeah, he does fold, so all right. Tough Lady is going to be putting in a lot of chips and spitting the big blind here. Going to just fold queen deuce under the gun. Limp on the button here. That's something. Limp and shove from AK-47. AK-47 on a roll. Oh, going to be all in for his life. Oh, pocket fives. Oh, brother. That is not the way I would have played the hand, that pocket fives hand. But I mean, I would have still doubled up kings, but just not by limp calling. believe it or not, that is not the way I would have played that hand. But all right, so Tough Lady is going to be putting in more chips in the small blind here. Now it's basically traded stacks with Compter and AK-47, which I'm almost okay with. I'm gonna get a walk somehow with 5.5 bigs. Okay, I'll take it. Once again, we're still in second place. If it folds to us, I think I'm gonna fold. I changed my mind. I'm going to call. He had check fold auto checked off, so that is a good sign. We will be betting the minimum. And hopefully he will be folding. Some chance he has a 5 or a 4 or a 3 and just decides to say I'm all in and just hope I don't have a ace. Also, this could happen, which is nice. We could just rip the wheel. I think I like checking better than betting because I want to give him a chance to just like shove with a 4 and just rep that we don't have anything. We're just giving up that we have like queen 10 and just limped and anytime now. Ultimate Poker Software. Oh my god, please. Alright, that was my internet, by the way. But, alright, cool. Alright, so we shipped that with him drawing dead. That was nice. So we're going to be down to 3 in the money with Tough Lady. With one big blind or less. The blinds go up before then. So WizCompter goes from chip lead out on the bubble, which is not exactly shocking given how he played, I suppose. I think I'm, yeah, I mean, I think the decision between shoving and, maybe I should just shove this hand. I guess it doesn't make a huge difference, but I actually think I probably should have just shoved it. That's interesting, because if, I guess we just call this. I mean, I think that's an interesting spot given that Tough Lady has one big blind with the blinds going up. We'll be all in the very next hand. If I shove, he's going to be calling so tightly, but if I min raise, he's still calling so tightly. I mean, oh wow, Tough Lady just folded? Wow, that should not be possible. assuming Tough Lady is connected, which I know she's been tight, but I don't think she's been that tight. That does not seem correct to me. But I also think the Tough Lady would be complaining if she was here and threw away her cards, so. Alright, we pick up that pot there. I was planning on bet calling, I think, so we are heads up, I believe. Yep. So we're heads up here in another one of these bizarre sit and goes where nine big blinds are in play. Well, a little more than that, but not much more than that. So we're guaranteed a profit. We've guaranteed ourselves a $7.77 profit here. Gonna just fold 4 deuce as much as it kills me to fold anything. If we win this, we'll win another $12. So we'll actually be up like $3 for the day if we ship this, which would be fantastic. Gonna have to fold that though. We're actually not chip leader anymore. Hopefully we'll stop getting deuce 6 and such. Certainly good enough to be all in. I'm all in. Pick up that pot there. Back to being chip lead. We can win this with the next all in, which is the idea. 9-6. Folding this, obviously. Looks like he has got a decision. Or he's just taking his sweet time. One or the other. Blinds will be up in 1 minute. Not that makes a big difference. Blinds will be 400, 800, which is pretty much not that big of a difference. I think I can shove this for 8 big blinds. Maybe this is actually a fold with queen 3 offsuit. That's probably close. I think I would. That actually might have been a fold. Blinds are going up in under a minute, though. That's close. I'm not really sure. He limps. That's interesting. All right, let's see a flop. That is not the best flop for Queen 8 offsuit, but there's a chance we can win this pot with something, some sort of a fancy move. Let's see what he does here. I think it's possible that maybe I can get him to fold if I do something like this. Like, I'm risking 1400 to win. All right, well, clearly it didn't work out, but I'm risking 1400 to win his 6 plus to risk 18 to win 18, and I think he folds often enough that it's okay, even though it's like a very dry flop and I very rarely have anything at this limit. Like, I realize that I'm not really like representing that much because I can't have that much on a 7-7-5 board like that, especially because I would just shove if I had clubs, or I mean in actual like practice. But I don't think he's aware of those things, so I think I can get away with that kind of stuff once in a while. But I don't really love that, and I just thought it would work based on the price of it, but I think maybe that was a little too ambitious. Sometimes my optimism gets the best of me. So we're going to have to be all in here just because we have only 4 big blinds, and I don't really want to ship him over the button and our blinds and annies. I hate it, but I don't think we have a choice here. Doesn't seem like he has much, which could actually be worse for us if he has, like, you know, king 6 suited or something like that. Yeah, exactly like this is what I was worried about, although I'm surprised it took so long to call with an ace. We're going to need a 6 or 7, or we'll have got second in 2 of these. All right, so it looks like we got second place here. We won 15,454 total for a 777 profit. So we ended up losing $10 total today. Not bad. I mean, I feel like we played that session heads up. That little check raise might have cost us the match. Maybe he. I mean, we probably still end up busting there with 6-4 because we only would have picked up another 1,500 chips or whatever. So we probably would have ended up just shoving still and still getting called and still busting. So it probably doesn't make a difference, but I don't know if I really love that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll be back with more sooner than you know. How about that for an answer? All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.